Hey folks, welcome to episode 2 of the Motivation Station with your host, The Motivator. I apologize for the delay and the lack of uploading recently, but I am working on the greatest self-help book since Think and Grow Rich. So, deal with it. Regardless, this video is not going to be about motivation today, for motivation exists inside of you at this very moment. Remember, you have greatness inside of you and you are a limitless vehicle. But this video is for my buddy on Twitter, Million, who asked me about the paranormal experience I had in the Marines. So, without further delay, let me tell you about that. So I used to be in Kilo Company, 3rd Battalion, 25th Marines. It was an infantry battalion stationed in Moundsville, West Virginia, of all places. Yes, what a wonderful place that was. Now, the unique part about that, though, was we used to train at the Moundsville State Penitentiary, which you can look this up. It is in the top 10 most haunted places in the United States. Yeah, it's like that. People used to have a lot of fun using their night vision goggles and looking around for heat signatures. I myself have never seen one, but multiple people in my unit claim to have. That's not what this, in my experience, was. One day, we were doing urban warfare training inside the prison. This prison has 3 floors, right? And we were on the 3rd floor after we finished the exercise. And urban warfare training is basically you're going around clearing rooms and looking for the proverbial bad guys. Well, one of the cool things though about this is we use paintball bullets for this exercise. One of the uncool things about this is we had to clean up the paintball bullets after the exercise. Now, I was a squad leader. I actually carried a M16 203 grenade launcher. So it was an M16 with a grenade launcher on the bottom of it. Yeah, the thing was badass. Man, I loved it. Regardless, we just finished the exercise and we were talking in the middle of the hall on the 3rd floor. And we were standing in basically a circle. And just for some reason, my back was basically the opposite of everybody else. So it was me and 4 other squad leaders, again, talking about the training exercise. Everybody else was already gone. They were out of the building. And all of a sudden, in the middle of us talking, they all shut up and pointed behind me and was like, "Smale, turn around. Look at this." Smale being me, my last name. I turn around and I see this heavy steel door at the end of the hall slowly creaking open. Now, quick side note, this prison was the old lock and key system. It's not like how all the prison systems right now are set up where they're magnetized. They use magnets to create the locking mechanism. That's not what this place was. It had a tuberculosis outbreak, I believe in the 60s, which caused it to shut down. A lot of people died in this prison. Heck, a lot of people die in every prison. But this one had a lot of death. Now, back to this door. I see that it's slowly creaking open. So I walk up to it and I try to shut the door with my foot. It's just a habit of mine I have. I tend to use my feet for a lot of simple stuff. When I don't know what I do. It's just like a quirk I have of mine. regardless, I tried to shut it with my foot, and this door was so heavy, I barely moved it. So I had to grab with both my hands and shut this door. Now, keep in mind, this steel door was probably about 3 inches thick and weighed probably 800 pounds at the least. That's a safe estimate. So I shut the door, I turn around and start walking back to the rest of the squad, or the rest of the squad leaders. And I only got about halfway to them before they said, "Smell, turn around again, look." So I did, obviously. I turn around and I see that this door is slowly creaking itself open again. And it gets completely open. Now, the unique thing is that it has white walls in this area, right? You can see a giant dent in the side of the wall where this door has obviously slammed into it multiple times. So it was kind of odd that it stopped itself before it even hit the wall. So this time, I walk back up to the door, and instead of closing it, I go into the other room and I clear it. I look for somebody hiding in that room. Now, this room was a giant open area. In my assumption, it actually looked like it was an old cafeteria area. And there was absolutely no place anyone could hide in this room. I mean, we're Marines. We're trained to clear rooms and identify where people are hiding. There's no place for anybody to hide. So this time, now I leave the room and I shut that door again. And I put my hands up and I start walking backwards. And I get only about 7 steps away when this door flies open. It flies open. It looks like somebody hit it with a freaking battering ram. And again, the unique part is in this flow of motion, it stops itself just an inch away from the wall. And again, the entire wall is painted white. And there's a strip right there on the side of the wall where the concrete is exposed in because that door slams into the wall constantly with its entire duration that prison system has been open, which tells me that something had to have stopped it that we couldn't see, couldn't fathom. Regardless, we took that as a sign to get the hell out of there. I didn't touch the door again, and we all left and joined the rest of our squad. So there you go, Million. This was my paranormal experience I had in the Marines, and it was really cool. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed this experience because I've never had any major paranormal events in my lifetime. So this door opened itself 3 times. And the original time, it was resting on the wall. The second 2 times, actually the second time it opened up, it didn't really even get close to the wall at all. It was like a good 1.5 feet away from it. And the last time it stopped itself 1 inch away from the wall. So, thank you for tuning in, folks, and enjoy the rest of your day. I am Johnny Augustine Smale, and in the Marines, they gave me the nickname The Motivator, which is why everything I do and every platform I have, my name is The Motivator on it. And soon, you will call me The Motivator too, especially when my book is released, the greatest self-help book since Think and Grow Rich, available hopefully before New Year's. Have a great day, and thank you for tuning in.